I want to show this clip just to talk about how the media just cannot deal with anything honestly. Here is The View, and I always warn my audience before I play a clip of The View, just sit back, don't fall out of your seat. Here we go. If you need to take a drink, this is the time to do it. This is The View's Sonny Hostin defending Beto while also confusing some things about laws in Texas.
They seemed angrier at Beto O'Rourke than they were at the massacre of 19 children and 2 fourth-grade teachers. They were yelling at him. I'd like to see some of that energy around gun safety. I was so shocked that they were so angry at what he was saying, and he was saying the right things. It was totally predictable. I mean, Governor Abbott was the person that changed the age of owning a gun from 21 to 18.
Okay, so first off, I want to clarify something. What she said there was a complete lie, complete fabrication and lie from CBS News. I've got it right in front of me. Abbott said Wednesday after the Uvalde shooting that, quote, the ability of an 18-year-old to buy a long gun has been in place in the state of Texas for more than 60 years. So she's not only defending the ridiculous outburst by Beto, but then also just lying. Rav, this just happens every day on these shows, and people then are just confused about what the issues are, who the good guys are, and everything else.
Yeah, it's really amazing how in almost every issue you see this again and again with the BLM stuff, which was kind of how I started in my journalistic career, writing about many of these big shootings like Jacob Blake and Rayshard Brooks in Atlanta and many other cases. It's like this happens again and again where you have a high profile case, and usually the issue for the left becomes the racial element. So if it's a white police officer shooting a black suspect, you see immediately like facts are just totally thrown out in favor of this preconditioned narrative. Here we're seeing it again with these details. I mean, it's like the View is completely unwatchable to me. It's like every time I see a clip, like for my own mental health, I can't watch it because it's so infuriating constantly to see them spew this misinformation over and over again. It's like this is the reason why people are listening to this right now, Dave, and people are listening to Joe Rogan and wondering why he's so popular. This is why CNN Plus is in the graves, RIP. It's like because the mainstream media is just so bad at covering the facts. They're so disingenuous that independent media is rising. So I think in many ways that is a good thing, is that they're just openly spewing this misinformation so that individual people who know how to think can actually detect that and listen to better media, and hopefully are watching this show right now.
Well, to your point on what they cover and what they don't cover, 46 people were shot in Chicago this weekend, 6 of them fatally. Now, of course, the reason the media doesn't cover it is because the color of the skin of the shooters and the color of the skin of the victims doesn't fit the narrative, so they don't cover that. And as a matter of fact, I don't know if you guys saw it, but in that very press conference, Greg Abbott addressed that. He said, well, you know, because of course they're going after him about gun laws in Texas. He said, well, you do know that in New York and Chicago and in California, they have much stricter gun laws and people are being shot all the time. I wish it wasn't the case. And then, of course, New York Times wrote an article that he's race baiting by even saying that.